All right, so I will be explaining the weight dosage calculations. And one thing that you need to understand for this is it's like a game of units, making sure to identify the units of your different different information provided. Pounds, milligram per kilogram per day. Um, yeah. So the first step of what we want to do here, the question says a provider orders cefdinair 300 milligram PO every 12 hours for a child. The child weighs 55 pounds. The recommended dosage range for cefdinair is 7 to 14 milligram per kilogram per day in divided doses every 12 hours. Now, the first question says convert the child's weight in kilogram. We need to remember that 1 pound is equals to about 0.45 kilogram, approximately approximately 0.45 kilogram. So that means that 55 pounds would be 55 times 0.45, and use our calculator. 55 times 0.45, that should give us about 24.75 kilograms. You can approximate it to 25 kilograms, right? Just to keep it simple. But feel free to keep the decimal if you want. Actually, for this calculation, let's just make it a little more accurate and not approximate. So this is the first step, getting the child weights in kilogram. After this, the rest is pretty much straightforward. So now it says calculate the recommended dosage, um, daily dose range, minimum and maximum. So from the calculations, it says the recommended dosage is 7 to 14 milligram per kilogram per day. So 7 to 14 milligram per kilogram per day. 7 is the minimum and 14 is the maximum. So what we want to do here is we want to cancel the kilogram and get our answer in milligram per day, because that's what we need. That's the unit of the dosage range. So now what we're going to do is multiply our weight by the minimum dose range. So it's going to be 7 kilogram times 24. It's going to be 7 milligram per kilogram per day times 24.75 kilogram. Remember that we take note of the units. This kilogram should cancel this kilogram. And when we do that, we should get 7 times 24.75 should be 173.25 milligrams per day. This is the minimum dosage range per day. And now for the maximum, same thing. We just multiply 14 milligrams per kilograms per day by 24.75 kilogram. As usual, kilogram cancels kilogram. So we have 14 times 24.75. That should give us about 346.5 milligrams per day. Now, this is the maximum dosage range. So, considering the child's weight, the minimum dosage range is 173.25 milligram per day. and the maximum dosage range is 346.5 milligrams per day. Min, max. That's the answer for number 2. So now, number 3, it says determine the ordered dose is within the recommended range. So the provider had ordered 300 milligram by mouth every 12 hours. So if they ordered 300 milligram Q2H, that means twice a day. Twice a day, the child will receive 600 milligram in 24 hours. Now, which is basically 600 milligrams per day. Now, we should remember that the minimum is 175 milligrams per day, and the max is 346.5 milligram per day. Now, if the child was ordered 300 milligram in 12 hours, we're getting 600 milligrams per day, because 600 milligram in 24 hours. So, does this mean that the dosage is safe? No. Dosage unsafe, because 600 milligram per day is greater than 346.5 milligram per day, and that's the answer. So if the other determine if the ordered dose of 300 milligram every 12 hours is within the recommended range. It is not within the recommended range, because that is 600 milligram per day. And that's it.